The end game is building generational wealth. We want to build wealth, not just be rich for us so we can do fancy vacations. We want to be able to set our kids up, to set their kids up, to set their kids up to something we could never have even thought of.
Hey guys, we're back with another video. This is Therapeutic Finance. I'm Naja.
I'm Broderick.
And we're going to talk about our budget.
Specifically January 2022. That's, what was most recent?
Yes. January, it was one for the books. We were tossed around, we were knocked around, but we hung in there,
It has some struggles.
Should we mention the fact that you had a $8 paycheck or no? But tough subject. Okay, anyways.
It was $16.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Straight. 16. Okay. And that 10%, yeah. That was $1.87. that was me. That's me there.
Yeah, so safe to say I was definitely the breadwinner that pay period. But anyhow, we digress.
Well, we brought y'all here today to tell you about how we actually allocate our money. We've been talking about budgeting. We've been talking about, bringing in extra money with side hustles or whatnot. What do we actually do with the money? I think that's an important thing to talk about. What do we actually do with it? Because at the end of the day, what'd you say last week?
Making more money won't fix you. It's all about and how you manage your money. So you'll get an inside glimpse of how we manage our personal finances. And personal finance is just that, it's personal. So what we would do with our money is, just how we do what we do with our money. And then how you do it will look very differently, I'm sure.
So what we did was we put together a pie chart for you to see exactly how we allocated January 2022. Every dime that we brought in, this is how we spent it. So take a look. We have about 10 categories on here. And actually, our money kind of goes into more than just 10 categories. But for the sake of being able to read the pie chart, we had to kind of put some things together.
For example, restaurants, we included in the entertainment budget because we felt like that was our form of entertainment. We like to eat, drink, and be merry. So that was our little fun. So we included that in entertainment.
Groceries included our fast food, which fast food for us is very low. It may have been,
I think it was like $17 total.
And that may be a little higher than it's been as of recent.
Yeah. So
we only spent $17 on fast food. I think that was one of the bigger things that we've wanted to do when we got married. Since we've been married, we've spent a lot less on fast food. We've kind of focused on eating in home. And I think that has allowed us to get healthier options. I generally think that food is better prepared at home. And it saves you a lot of money.
I will say I do dearly miss Wendy's 4-for-4s. Like the 4-for-4. The 4-for-4.
When's the last time you had a 4-for-4?
It's literally been over like half a year since I've had a Wendy's 4-for-4, which is insane because I ate those religiously, like all the time.
What's stopping you from getting a 4-for-4 now?
I guess self-control. I don't know.
Okay, as long as y'all know I'm not stopping her from getting that, because she'll say I'm trapping her.
Trapping. That's a different meaning where I come from, but okay.
Okay. Shopping is 4%. That even included the scrubs that I had to get. Starting with a new job, have to get new clothes. Spent over $100 on that, and I think the rest of that money that was allocated there was very small. We didn't do any big shopping besides that. Mm-hmm. Maybe a few items here and there. Personal care. Somebody got their hair done.
So I had to get my hair braided this month. Some of us cannot, I'll do a little something with my natural hair every now and then. And that's only kind of happened recently where I'm not spending as much money on my hair. Luckily, we don't have Broderick's hair expense. He doesn't get haircuts. Like, he doesn't pay for them because he gives them to himself.
I cut my own hair.
Yeah, that's kind of what I just said. Yeah, and apparently he might do somewhat of a good job because someone complimented him on it yesterday. You know, crispy. Okay.
Oh, that's my better side right here.
Okay.
One of our bigger expenses is rent and utilities. We had to put that one together. And I'm pretty sure that's the same for most people. Not a lot you can do about that unless you want to get into house hacking. Another video.
Yeah. And then, of course, our car note, which that's another video in itself as to why we even have a car note, because that wasn't in the plan when we got married. But
and something to point out, like, I mean, that car note, that's 12%. That's a large chunk. Imagine if we could get rid of that big blue chunk right there and do something else with it. I mean, we could put it in entertainment. We could get a bigger apartment with rent. We could save and invest more. Like, that really takes a large chunk, and that's something that a lot of us suffer from. We get too much car sometimes. So what has allowed us to kind of allocate our money this way?
if you watch our last video, our budget's given us freedom to say where our money goes and then kind of deciding what we do with the rest. We didn't inflate our lifestyles since school. Individually, I was living on $1,500. Broderick was living on $1,500. And then when we came together as one, we did up the budget to $3,500, but because we acquired a car note. So we did go up by just a little bit, but just to fit the car note in there. Otherwise, it wouldn't have fit on $3,000. So we do live on $3,500 a month, and the rest we save and invest. So that's where we're able to kind of put a good little chunk towards there. As mentioned, usually the savings rate is more. It's usually anywhere between 50 and 60%. But like we said, this month was super crazy.
So like she talked about, what helps us out a lot is the fact that our budget is a lot less than, the income that we bring in. And that allows us to save so much. The way we go about it is we know that our budget number is 35, and we just allocate that where we want to spend it. And all of the rest is save and invest. That the amount that we live off of, it takes some discipline to kind of, control yourself here and there. But for the most part, I think we're doing pretty much everything we wanted to do. Like, I don't think we're having too much trouble doing anything. I think the thing that we're going to get now is kind of like, I don't bring in $3,500 a month, period. How am I?
Because that's a reality. Yeah, that's a reality for a lot of people. So what should you do?
When it comes to allocating your money, saving and investing is very important. And I mean, if you look at how we do things, saving and investments for the month of January, it's the biggest sale in that pie chart. So if you're looking at our allocation and you're thinking, man, that save and invest category is huge. There's no way possible that I'd be able to do anything like that. If I saved that much money, I wouldn't be able to live. And that's okay. I mean, that happens.
I understand that.
So for that person, I would recommend, first thing you need to do is reassess. That's where we go back to the budgeting video, where we understand where our money is going. Once you kind of look back and see where the money is going, you may be able to point out some things where I'm spending more than I actually have to in this area. I'm going out to eat too often at restaurants I don't even like. Maybe I can cook at home a bit more. Maybe I paid too much money for the Beyonce tickets that I just bought. Maybe I should go see Rihanna instead.
Well, dang, you said it like Rihanna isn't up there with Beyonce. Like, was it Team Navy? I'm Team Navy all day.
Well, you don't even know what it is. Team Navy.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway.
But what I'm saying is maybe the lifestyle that you're living is a little bit more fancy than what you can really afford. And that's okay. That happens to a lot of people. So just reassess, where you're spending your money. Again, the car note, man, that's 12%. And for a lot of people, it's a much fatter chunk. It's big. And if you could just eliminate your car note, you could be doing a lot better. So, it's different for everybody. Reassess where you are, see where you can cut things. Things you can do is increase your income. First thing is look for a high paying job. Look for side hustles. Try to find other streams of income. And there are other streams of income that they don't require a job. That's another video. That's when you find ways to bring in more money. Because there's two ways to go about this. Decrease the amount you spend, increase the amount you bring in. The easiest thing you can do is increase the amount you bring in because you can only cut so much. Another thing you can do when money is tight is not necessarily how we go about it, where you set your budget and then take what's left over. Well, saving and investing is a very important thing. And if our money was tighter, this is what we would do. We would go by the theory of pay yourself first, which all it is just a way to save. So what you need to do is, you know that, money comes in on the 15th. Well, you go ahead and say, I'm going to take $300 out of this check, and that's my money. It's going to be saved. It's going to be invested where I feel like it's going to grow. And then the rest, allocate it however you see fit. And, you may find out that without that 300, I'm not quite meeting some things. Well, either find things that you can decrease or go out and make some more money. And you can do it. You can do it. We can all do this thing.
Yeah, and it may not be $300 initially. It may be $100 or $50. Like we said, personal finance, it's personal. It's gonna look different for every single person. So that's that on that.
Hopefully, just kind of seeing what we're doing can inspire you to figure out what works best for you. So, you can save more, you can invest more, because the end game is building generational wealth. We want to build wealth, not just be rich for us so we can do fancy vacations. We want to be able to set our kids up, to set their kids up, to set their kids up to something we could never have even thought of. So
Exactly. I mean, one thing about both of us, neither one of us grew up with a silver spoon. We are literally, when we say get it out the mud, baby, the mud is thick, okay? So our main goal is to really just set our people up so we can win. We can win in finances. We can win with our money for generations to come. The decisions that we make today will impact tomorrow. We said that January is rough, but February we coming for you because
February is
gonna be lit.
Woo! I'm looking at February. We talk about what, $18 I brought in.
It's a season of turnaround.
The breadwinner's back, baby. Oh, he back.
Boy, bye. Okay, that's another story. Because, anyway, I ain't going to put you on blast right now. But we know I'm going to win. Okay, anyway.
No.
Once again, guys, this was Therapeutic Finance. And we're so glad that you tuned in and joined us for yet another video. If you like what you see, make sure you're liking, you're subscribing, you're sharing with your friends and your family.